Hi, I'm Shane. Welcome to my channel where I share ideas and tools that bring us closer to the best versions of ourselves. Today, I want to share with you how I won the Bain Impact Award at London Business School, or LBS, my MBA program. This is the award that is given to the student with the biggest impact on the school every single year. And with it comes some prize money, I think around £3,000 plus a fancy dinner with the dean. My goal of this video is to use this example to cover 3 things that has helped me not only in this instance, but also in my professional career and personal life. All right, let's get into the driving values. The first one is know your strengths. Because only then can you actually figure out the right solution, why you are the right solution to a particular problem that you see or opportunity. And for me, it was my Silicon Valley and tech background. Not only that, I've also had experience with hackathons, with running teams, general leadership and management. So not only do you need the skills and the background, but also you need to have the right mindset and the organizational chops in order to pull something massively together. On top of that is gaining the approval of the stakeholders, the buy-in, right? Because this is such a brand new program within a relatively traditional business school. I needed to pitch to the head of the entrepreneur program, the various faculty members, my own team. I had to recruit a team of 12 people from the student body. I had to convince, or we, basically the team, had to convince startup ecosystem players who are pretty heavy hitters in their own right to spend their Saturday afternoon to come into school and mentor some students. And it requires a lot of ecosystem building. And this is something that I already had experience with in the Valley, where I co-hosted a lot of these events at basically one of the biggest meetups. At the time, it was like 30,000 people, biggest meetups in the Silicon Valley for tech entrepreneurs. So all of these unique attributes, strengths, skills, and backgrounds came together that made me pretty uniquely fitted for this particular problem or opportunity that I saw. So again, that awareness of your personal strengths, extremely important. And that brings us to the second one, which is don't be afraid to try new things. This was something that a lot of people, a lot of students, a lot of faculty has never heard about before. Just because it has not been done before doesn't mean that it shouldn't be done or it's not the right solution. All it means is that you've gotta take some risks, take some, personal chances in order to pitch this, put your reputation on the line and try to convince people that this is going to work, right? And of course, there are precedents. If you can find precedents of it working elsewhere, that really helps. You might be thinking, what if it fails? So what, right? It's not that big of a deal. In real life, we think of failures as binary, right? You either succeed or you fail. It's much more than that. There is always a spectrum or magnitude to success as well as failure. And not only that, either success or failure are actually sources of information. You learn by doing. You learn by seeing the results and having that feedback loop ultimately. So the way that I saw it was, okay, I'm relatively confident that I think this will be beneficial, right? Because of my personal background. Again, this is where experience and strength, your personal strengths and awareness really, really helps. The other thing is, well, even if I fail, I think there's gonna be, a lot of people who can benefit. And at the worst, it's, I've done all the outreach. I now know these people. I have now a new platform to actually grow something else on top of it as well, right? So failure is a very gray area that I would suggest that you take some time considering what is the magnitude and also what are you going to learn and whether or not you're going to gain from it in the next couple of innings. Moving on to number 3, which is be generous. That goes for your time, your intellectual capacity, your talents, right? I think being generous has always helped me. I never denied a coffee chat with any classmate or anyone interested in my experience. At the end of the day, we're all here on this life journey to try to make the best of it, to try to succeed. And I've had my fair share of people who have really helped me out over the course of both my personal and my professional life. So I think it's only right for me to take some time off to help others. And the hackathon, as well as all of these other activities and conferences and stuff, They were both giving, but I also received so much. And being generous isn't just, trying to do stuff, right? You actually have to listen. You actually have to pay attention to, whether or not you're actually, going to be of help. I think the biggest mistake that is made in being generous often is that you think either throwing money or time or whatever it is at the problem without fully understanding it is actually going to help. No, it doesn't. It actually contributes to more noise, more fruitless action. So I think being truly generous means that you actually have to listen and be aware of both your external problems, opportunities, and people, as well as, again, your own strengths and what you bring to the table, as also your weaknesses, right? I hired a team for a reason. Not only am I not able to pull together, 150 plus person endeavor by myself, I'm only one person, I need other skill sets, other mindsets to help me make decisions, to operate the team, to basically, drive things to success. And also being generous with sharing that success with others. And I fully recognize that any endeavor that I've ever really, succeeded in has been the contribution of many, many people who have either backed me, supported me, worked with me, cheered me on. So, and that includes you. These are the 3 values that has really brought a lot of enjoyment, a lot of reward into all of my endeavors. And hopefully you'll be able to adapt some of these perhaps into your own life. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again very soon. Take care.